Hello Bitcoin world, it's Brian here, the UK BitcoinMeister, back with yet another video in my Bitcoin for Beginners series. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday the 25th of June 2018. Great to be with you all. And today in the UK, boy, we're having a bit of a hot one. That said, on with the show. Before we get going with the show, as always, can I ask you to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter at UK BitcoinMeister, on Steemit at Buzz27, and as always, any links relevant to this show you're going to find below. Onwards and upwards with yet another show. What is my topic for today? Simple: self-education. And I want to ask you to all ask yourselves a question: who am I listening to for my financial advice? Where has that come from? Well, I'll tell you where it's come from, because when you look at life, most people work from paycheck to paycheck and they really want a better life, but they don't know how to achieve it. And if they do see an opportunity, they go and ask people's advice. And I know this firsthand, because when I looked at the business that I currently run myself away from Bitcoin 21 years ago, I did what any normal human being would do, and that is I went and took advice from people around me. And many of the people around me came back to me with what they deemed to be good, sound advice, like be careful. Oh, I've heard about those things before. Those things never work. Only the people that have got certain, ways about them make something like that work. Now, thankfully, I didn't listen to them, and I pursued my dream with my health and wellness company, and today it's given me a global business. So, that was good for me. But what about the masses out there that see opportunity and don't pursue it because of what people around them say or people's opinions? And this was really brought to light to me a couple of days ago, when I was talking to an old friend of mine on the telephone, and we'd had a conversation about our other business and about life in general, and I decided that I wanted to talk to him about Bitcoin. So I, came in with my normal approach. Listen, I want to talk to you about something. I have no challenge whether it's of interest or whether it isn't, but I felt from one human being to another, I really ought to at least make you aware of this. So he was very open. He's a good friend, and he said, yeah, what is it? And I said, what do you know about Bitcoin? And what I got back prompted me to do this video, and that was nothing wrong with it, but I thought because he's in my other business, he would have learned from what I've just said over the last couple of minutes, and that is, do your own research, do your own due diligence, make your own mind up based on facts, not listening to mainstream media, etc. Well, what came back was, no, I'm not interested in that. Me and some of the drivers up at the airport, he's a cabbie, me and some of the drivers up at the airport have been discussing that, and that's not for me, thanks. Well, he's a family friend as well, so I'm not going to get into any big debate about it, but he went through the process, as did I, with our current business, that you should do your own research. You should look objectively at something and not base your opinion on whether you should do something or not on the people around you. Because when you're looking at the people around you, I try to encourage people to start to look at that person that's giving you that advice and asking yourself a question: has this person got the success in life that I should listen to their opinions about what I'm looking to do? And in most cases, the answer is no. You'll have to forgive me, but most people that we take advice from, they're propping up the same bar in the same pub drinking the same pint that they've been drinking for the last 10 or 20 years, moaning about the same things in life that they've been moaning about for 2 decades, and they're going to advise you on what you should do with your financial future. So this is a Bitcoin show. So what I'm encouraging you to do, and my friend if he's watching this video, is start to look at who you should be taking your financial advice from. Is it the mainstream media that want to poo-poo everything on the planet? Because if you listen to the mainstream media, the newspapers, the television programs, the news channels, etc., you know, as soon as something like Bitcoin starts to go down, which, you know, an asset class like Bitcoin is, that's going to happen. It's going to go up and it's going to go down. They're fudding it like mad. That is it. The Bitcoin bubble's over. It's going to the wall. You know, Bitcoin scam this, Bitcoin scam that. Guys, there is nothing wrong with Bitcoin itself. But if an outside entity wants to set up some kind of business around it that turns out to be a scam, that is not Bitcoin that should be slated. It is that particular scam that should be slated, if that makes sense. So what I'm doing on this video is I'm encouraging you all, don't listen to the mainstream media where Bitcoin's concerned. Don't listen to your friends that, you know, loosely, without offending anyone, are going nowhere in life, and the advice they're giving you is in the hope that you ain't going to go anywhere different to them, by the way. Don't listen to those types of people. Listen to somebody that's knowledgeable about the subject. Go on to YouTube and follow channels that I follow, and many of their links have been in previous videos. They may be some below. It's worth checking the links below afterwards. You know, there's a list of Bitcoin commentators that I would encourage anyone to follow on YouTube, on Twitter, as I've done. You know, for those of you looking at this video and wondering, well, why should I take advice from you even? I'm not saying you should. I'm simply saying that 13 months ago, when I first discovered Bitcoin, I knew zilch. And I mean absolutely nothing, and I'd never heard the name before. So I started watching YouTube videos absolutely everywhere, trying to, if you like, suss out the people that I liked listening to. I liked the advice they were giving. It wasn't just doom and gloom. It wasn't hype. It was down to earth common sense. And I've narrowed that down to maybe between 6 and 10 commentators that I respect immensely in the short year and a bit that I've been in the space. And if you're watching this video as somebody, should I, shouldn't I with Bitcoin, I would encourage you to do the same. I would encourage you to watch all of my videos. Many of them are below, right from the beginning, because it gives you an insight into where I'm coming from. I'm not full of hype. I'm very optimistic that as the years roll on, Bitcoin is going to become more and more popular. It's going to become more and more mainstream. More and more companies are going to build platforms on top of it to move products, goods and services into the marketplace, banking and the like. I was had the TV on the other day. I don't watch TV, but it was in between a football match, where there was a company in the UK, you know, banging on about their business model and what it's going to do around the home, built on blockchain. Now, blockchain is not the way forward unless it's decentralized, but blockchain's popularity has come from Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the rock. It is where it all started. It will be the rock going forward. It will be the platform that everything is built on top of. I know that in the short year or so I've been involved, because I've chosen to do the correct research. And I encourage each and every one of you to do that same research and draw your own conclusions, and not listen to the people that you shouldn't be taking advice from. Listen to the ones that have gone before. Listen to the ones that have trod the path that you're going to be treading. do the research, come to your own conclusions, and then honestly, my advice, buy some Bitcoin. As always, get it on a Trezor, store it away, don't watch charts, don't look at technical analysis, don't listen to the FUD that's out there, the fear, uncertainty and doubt. Right now, in the summer of 2018, this is an incredible time to buy some Bitcoin. The price is right down. It is not going much lower, and there is only one way the price is going to go up over the next 3, 5, 10, 20 years, and that is up as it becomes more mainstream. You can only ever be, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, you can only ever be in a good place going forward if you buy Bitcoin. Treat it as a savings plan. If not for you, then the legacy you can leave behind for your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren. And mark my words, come back to this video, as I said in the previous video, in 3, 5 years' time, and mark my words if what I'm saying to you right now doesn't turn out to be exactly right. So to summarize, be very, very careful who you take your financial advice from. Be very, very careful who you talk to if you are deciding to step out and be an entrepreneur and to, if you like, carve out your own financial future. Because most people have simply not got the qualifications needed or the success in life to advise you on what you should and shouldn't do. Take advice from channels like mine, channels like I've linked to below. In fact, I'll put all the channels linked below, be it a Twitter channel or a YouTube channel, that I do take advice from, and I do follow as much as I can. There is so much information out there in the space right now, it's very difficult to keep up with it all, but follow the channels that I follow, and I promise you, you don't need to know anything today, and in 12 months' time you'll be flabbergasted at what you actually know about where Bitcoin is, what it is, and more importantly, where it's going. So thanks for watching again, guys. As always, please pound the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Please follow me on Twitter at UK BitcoinMeister, and on Steemit and DTube, which is an equivalent of YouTube but in the cryptocurrency space, both at Buzz27. Again, thanks for watching, guys. Until the next video, have yourselves a fantastic Bitcoin day. Cheers for now.